Hi everyone, Christine here, and in a rare face-to-face or face-to-camera video, I thought I'd take a minute and make an announcements about some things that are going on here at SparkBird Studios that I'm very excited about, and I hope you are too. So let's get to it. So just the start of all of this was that I decided I would be putting up some physical goods for sale. And I made this decision, as much as these guys are my children and I love each of them, I can no longer house them all. And I'm hoping maybe some of you will adopt them and give them good homes where they might thrive. So in doing that, and you'll see the kinds of things that will be available, although I hope you're all off making your own book boxes because they are so simple and rewarding. But if you're not and would rather buy one, you might get that chance. So there's all sorts of little projects that I will be putting up in my shop. As I was thinking about that and how I would do it, because it's going to be sporadic, there's not going to be like a constant stream of inventory, how would I tell you that there's something for sale and that you might have the opportunity to buy it? And what I did is ultimately, after thinking and designing and thinking through possibilities, is I created a membership platform or membership program. And I'm really psyched about it because it allows me to do some other things. For one thing, as much as I adore everyone out in YouTube land, and believe me, I do, every ounce of your support and your encouragement and your comments and your creativity is probably the biggest perk I get from doing this online. That said, I'm not a shy person, but I am a little private. And the idea of sharing a lot of personal information out into the big world is a little bit startling for me. So by doing something smaller like this, where it's more intimate, I feel like I can share more, not about my creative process, although there will be that too, but also just personal viewpoints and personal information and ridiculousness in my life. So that will be part of the new SparkBird Nest. You might get a little bit more glimpse of who I really am as an artist. That may not matter to you, and that's cool, and you don't need to subscribe, so that's fine. And believe me, there won't be that much of it. But again, I was editing a video recently, and a friend was here, and she said, well, why did you edit out that audio? And I said, well, you know, I didn't necessarily want to share this with the whole world. And she said, why? They would love it. And I'm like, okay, well, maybe some people would find it interesting. So that being that, we'll see where that goes. So the levels, the nest, what you need to know. It's being hosted over on Ko-fi, which is where I have it is where I have a shop. Let's let that motorcycle go by. It's a lovely day, glad you're out. So anyway, it's over on Ko-fi, which is ko-fi.com/SparkBird Studios. And all this will be in the notes. And there are 3 levels of participation. There are songbirds, lovebirds, and firebirds. And at the songbird level, which is $2 per month, you'll get a free vintage ephemera printable that you can download and print. It might be a ledger paper or a botanical print or labels. It could be all sorts of things, and it will change each month. So there's that, plus there's 10% off at my Etsy shop, a coupon for that. There'll be some behind the scenes and preview stuff. You'll know what I'm working on and what might be coming down the pipe. And that, plus knowing when things are going on sale. So that's Songbird. Lovebird gets all of that, plus a custom design paper set, which could be any number of designs. These are not things that are in my Etsy shop. These are all exclusively designed for the nest. But it might be backgrounds or tags or, again, any number of things. And in addition to that, you'll get 20% off coupon for the Etsy shop as a little, again, thank you and a way to help you save a little here and there. Firebirds gets all of that and all of that, plus you get a customizable piece of downloadable SparkBird design, like this, for example. So you can actually change this. You can make this say whatever will fit in this area. So that's kind of a fun way. And then you can print it at different sizes, whatever works for you. That's a fun way to sort of personalize some of your work using ephemera that I've designed. And in addition to that, you'll get first dibs opportunity, which means you get a pre-sale announcement and 24 hours in which you can buy a product. if that's for sale, before I even tell the world that it's going to be for sale. And so that's at $12 per month, but you get all of that other stuff. And you get another exclusive member-only printable, which might be, for example, this month, it might be the actual elements that went into making this book box that are not available for sale in my shop, that you can't get. But I'm really enchanted by this particular print, this damask, and that you would get something like that. So, and then lastly, you Firebirds would get the opportunity to participate in Sassy Mail, which is a program through which you can send me a self-addressed stamped envelope, Sassy, and I will fill it with goodies to go back to you. And those goodies could be any number of things, like actual vintage genuine ephemera and SparkBird kit elements or designs. I mean, sometimes in the design process, there are things that never quite make it into a kit. I know it's weird, but it happens. So again, I would just, based on how much postage you send, and there's some details on this on the Ko-fi site that you would get. But based on the postage you send, I will stuff your envelope with goodies and send it back. So yes, this is a bit of a way to help me clean house, but the fact is you'll get a lot of good fun stuff that you can use in your own journal making. And I think that's a great win-win. So there you have it. I hope this is something that you guys feel is cool. I'm open to more suggestions. If you've got other ideas for, hey, this would be a great perk. You tell me, what do you want? These are things I thought, what would I want if I were you? But you're you, and you can tell me via comments or email, however you like, what you think would be a great program and what I might consider. But this is the program in place now. It's not to say it won't ever change, and I hope that you'll join in. I'm looking forward to getting to know all of you a little bit more in a smaller setting. So that's it. Thank you. Go create, be awesome. Hi guys, Christine here, and I wanted to clarify a couple of things because I just looked at the video I just shot. One, I want to assure you that I will still be posting here on YouTube everything that I would normally post. There'll still be tutorials and kit tips and how-tos and who knows what else. But so I wanted to make that clear that nothing here is changing, just that there's going to be other things on Ko-fi. And the second thing is that what some of you may not know is that on Ko-fi I already have posts called end papers, and they sort of highlight what's going on during that week for me. And at the end of that post there is always a link to a free printable. So that's another way in which I can thank you for your support, but you do have to go over to Ko-fi to get it. So that's all. Now you can go create and be awesome.